Well, welcome in a Rare community, day number one here of Rare Evo 2025, taking place in none other than Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. To my right, I've got Marc, Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer for the Algorand Foundation. Quite a mouthful, but I think I got it.
I'm sorry.
I think I've got it.
Yes,
How are you, Marc?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Great
good.
to be here.
Yes. It's been quite a bit. We've been talking to a lot of different builders here, but what's Algorand bringing to the table, and what has drawn you, right, to do what you do for the network?
So Algorand has been around. It's one of the OG chains, right? It's been around for 6 years, and it was known and is still known as the chain that has really solved the traditional trilemma, right? The idea that you cannot have security, decentralization, and scale at the same time. So when Algorand came out, we came out with a very innovative consensus protocol that was super elegant, that allows you to do all three things at the same time. And so we are fully decentralized, we are very secure, we can handle 10,000 transactions per second, we do it in finality, so it's really a chain that's built for real world scale. And that's the thing that people remember us by, is that we are really built for real world scale, and that's what we do.
Now, as a member of the foundation, what is sort of your goal to be able to help the chain, the ecosystem, the builders, the consumers, right, to sort of grow?
Yeah.
Like, what is your goal?
I mean, from a marketing perspective, it's all about growth, right? That's what we're here to do. Is we want to basically increase the number of users that use the chain. We want to increase the number of developers that develop on the chain. We want to increase the number of businesses that actually use our technology. And so, and on top of that, we want to make sure that Algorand is really known in the industry as a chain to build for real world scale. And so when you look at our roadmap that we just released last week, it was all centered on this idea of like getting to mainstream adoption. And so most of our roadmap is actually focused on not on protocol basics such as scaling or decreasing finality or doing this kind of stuff, because we've solved these problems a long time ago. It's more about how do you get the next generation of users on chain? How do you remove complexity? How do you remove friction from the user experience, the developer experience, and the business experience? And so we have specific products that we launched as part of this roadmap to address these issues.
Speaking of products, do you mind giving us a brief overview of what kind of products or builders or just services are currently running on Algorand?
Right. So first of all, we have a very rich DeFi ecosystem. And so the number one protocol on our chain for DeFi is Volks Finance, that's doing lending and borrowing. And it's very exciting because they'll have their TGE events, their token generation event, coming up very soon. And so we're very excited about that. Besides Volks Finance, we have Tinyman, who is our AMM on-chain, one of the AMMs on-chain, but the most popular one. We have a couple of super interesting projects like Alpha Arcade. We love Alpha Arcade. It's our prediction market. And it's available in the US, so many of the prediction markets that we know are not available in the US. This one is available in the US, and it offers something unique, which is Parlay. So you can go out, just check it out, it's super cool. A project that recently launched on Algorand is called Nyla, the Nyla agent. It's coming from Solana. And it basically allows anyone with a Twitter account to transfer tokens to somebody else with a Twitter account, with an X account. So you can just talk to the Nyla agent and say, hey, transfer 5 ALGO to this, to Elon Musk, for instance, right? And then the Nyla agent will transfer those 5 algos to Elon Musk seamlessly without you having to have any wallet address or like private keys or any of that stuff. You can just do it. You can just do it using an X account, which is super cool. Another project, and I can keep going.
Keep going.
So another project that's actually launching very soon that we're very excited about is called Haystack, and it's launching I think next month, and it'll be a mobile-first DeFi app. Available on Android and iOS. It allows you to very easily onboard. It's using Coinbase onboarding, super easy to onboard. Again, you don't have to worry about private keys. You can just log in with your Google account or username and password. You can check all the tokens that are available. You can trade tokens. And they have a very interesting referral program. So you can refer the app to somebody else, and then whatever trading fees that the other person will generate, you will get 25% of that back to you.
Wow.
And so it's a super interesting, and it's a mobile first app. It's super slick, and we're very excited about that as well.
I love that, and thank you for breaking all those down. And congrats to those that are launching tokens, and congrats to those that have been able to build a community, because it's really hard to do that in this space. I'm sure you know that very well. Now, another sort of big talking point about networks is governance. Could you maybe give us a brief overview of how that functions on Algorand and what makes it different?
Yeah, what we're actually very excited about is that we are launching a new governance program for grants. So we've decided to let the decision making on grants be completely done by our community. So as a foundation, we have no more involvement in the grants program. So we call it the XGov program. It's launching this quarter. And basically anybody in the ecosystem, in the community, can ask for a grant. We only do retroactive grants though, so you have to do the work first, and then you can ask for a grant. So grant farmers not welcome. No, you have to do the work first, and then if we as a community appreciate the work that you've done, we can actually issue a grant. We also have an XGov Council, which was approved by, or which voted on by the general governance of all ALGO holders. And that's a group of 11 people that will actually review all the grants that are coming in and will give their opinion. And then the decision-making process for the grants is done by the stakers. So anybody who stakes on Algorand and helps us secure the network can then participate in the voting to approve or deny a particular grant. So that entire system, so the XGov Council has already been approved, has already been selected, they're in place. The XGov system is now on mainnet, and so the first grant are supposed to come in the next month, and hopefully we'll get the first voting done by end of quarter. And so we're very excited about that. So the grant making is completely pushed to the community. There is completely decentralized. There's no more foundation involvement in that.
That's awesome. And that's a massive sign of maturity in any ecosystem, right? When you've got foundation stepping aside, right? With all due respect, and letting the community step up to do its role in governing the network.
And it's interesting, when we talk about that, and so when we were building our roadmap, we looked at all the roadmaps of all of the other ecosystems. One thing that we realized is you can actually tell the maturity of a blockchain by looking at what's in the roadmap. Because if the roadmap is focused on research items, I don't think that protocol is ready for onboarding 1 billion users. If the roadmap, on the other hand, is focused on how do you remove friction, how do you enable tokenization, how do you enable agentic commerce, those types of things, like enablers to get those users in, then that's a sign that roadmap, that blockchain is ready for mass adoption.
I like that. That's a really good measuring stick. Now, Marc, as we get ready to wind things down, for anybody that wants to join the Algorand ecosystem, maybe talk with you at the foundation, how can they do that?
Well, we are, of course, on X. People can follow the foundation on X. You can go to our website, algorand.co. We have a Discord channel specifically for node runners and developers. You can follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on all the regular channels. We are there, and we're happy to talk to you.
Yeah, TikTok is not one that people talk about a lot, but there are a lot of eyeballs there.
A lot.
And I think you guys, with you as the Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer, I think I got it right.
You got it right.
You picked the right avenue.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here I've got Marc with the Algorand Foundation, breaking this down and giving us a little bit of a glimpse into Algorand and what's currently going on there. As he's mentioned, check out their socials. Again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Cheers.
Thank you.